Morning, Nicole.
Morning.
Most families live in houses, but we live in a double-decker bus.
We're a family of 7, living life a little differently.
This is 7 in a bus.
So, we're not going back to the room. We've decided to stay down here and wait for breakfast, which is in like 10 minutes. But Nicole's with us, she's not done her hair. I don't know what you're doing to any different, like.
At least brush it. Look at the state of it. If anyone wants to come and cut my hair, that'd be great. Thanks.
It was a bit of a weird one because the alarm was going off still, but they're letting everyone back in. So everyone sort of helped themselves to toast and hot chocolates and coffee, which we've done.
Got a fair few plates here.
Yeah, so breakfast starts in about 2 minutes, so we're going to have some of that. And then we'll start getting ready, obviously, to go to the NEC. Bit of a weird one this morning, but...
An early start that we weren't expecting. But
hey, it's just like having an alarm, lunar alarm clock.
I was going to say, it's not any earlier than we normally get up.
So next time you see us, hopefully, we'll be on his way to the NEC.
So we're just waiting for the press office to open, which is good. It's getting busy. Got my 7 in a bus t-shirt on. If anyone would like to order them, they're available on our 7 in a bus website.
So we've had a good day. We've done no filming. We've met lots of people. Obviously, we've been down to see Fogstar. We've been down to see Glide Right. We've seen the Radfords, Conversion Virgins. We've seen lots of people. I've just done no filming. So here's some pictures of some caravans and motorhomes, which have very little interest to us, but they're very nice.
If the energy's right.
And bang, we're back at the bus. The kids are still at mum and dad's, so me and Nicole have got back to the bus. We're gonna run the bus down to split charge and fix the alternator, regulator, dynamo even, and the power steering on this today while it's not raining, because obviously it's broken Christmas and I've not had a dry day where I've been off work and had time to do it since then. So we're gonna run down and do that now. Sam's coming back up from the NEC today, so he's gonna give me a hand because he's got smaller hands than me, so he can get in and do the bolts that I can't get to. So we've got all this stuff together. Let's have a drive down there and see what we get on with. Right, here comes the bracket. Yeah, that's definitely Sam with YouTubing.
Oh, sorry, my bad, mate, my bad. Here we go.
Yeah, that's definitely knacked in it.
Yeah.
But good to know it is just a plate on the engine, because I thought when it happened that was covering the engine up with something. And it's got a hole locator as well.
Yeah, so you can get it in the right place. New one's got that on as well.
Yeah. So this is a 4546. And here's one we prepared earlier. Ta-da. So if we're looking at the plate, that would have been...
Yeah, it looks pretty much
same, not very similar.
same
Well,
to me.
what we can
And
see,
got a bolt
that bolt
so
there, yeah.
We'll clean that off in a minute.
So
We'll stick it back on.
let's have a look. So everything's off. All the power steering fluids come down this conduit into storage to be cleaned out. Obviously we'll replace that. We've cleaned off the area behind where the plate's going to go back on. We've just been up and got new piping to replace the connections between the metal pipe and the pump, and hopefully that will do the job. We've also replaced all of the bolts that are going from the blue disc, which I forgot the name of now, which is the long pause, I think. I don't know, I forgot. The blue thing, the round thing, which takes the wobble out. It's got like it's like the bearing maybe, yeah. So new bolts for that, because the other ones were damaged, obviously where it had been wobbling. So that's that. So let's get moving again. Back to the time lapse.
stars driving down the boulevard at night.
So now I've got my facts right. It's the coupling that we're going to do. This is where I need Sam's help, like with everything, because my hands are too big, and it was an absolute
Oh,
bugger.
you got massive hands, haven't you, Conrad? Massive hands.
It was hard to get off though, wasn't it?
It was very difficult.
Very difficult. It's really down in this corner. And obviously with the fleet lines, you can't take off these side bits. Well, you can, but they're not. It's not like an Atlantean where they just fly around. So obviously we're going to get into here, the coupling. So we've going to got some new bolts, like we said. Obviously we've got to just cut the new bits of connections for here. We've used a stainless steel braided line.
Yeah, stainless steel overbraid PTFE. That'll
Silvery.
handle.
Oh, it's not here anymore, it's down here. So here, so these are all on good, ready to go. Back onto the original connections. So let's see how long this takes. Sam's just cleaning his shaft, just to get that in.
It's a bit like this.
It's not a bearing, what's it again?
What?
This blue, the coupling is in and nice and tight, not over tight, just tight. We're just cleaning the area. Nicole's going to bring some more maintenance spray just so we can get it clean. And while we're out, I'm going to get all the shards out from down here as well. Actually, I'll show you now. Look at this. This is what was left of the old bracket. So there's that. And there's little bits of shards everywhere, which, oh, that's a nice dent. Something came flying off in the casing. So let's get that back in. So we're just getting the nylon nut on the pump side to the coupling, which then will allow us then to think, but we have got a pipe size issue on the main feed that we need to look at. So we'll just get into that now. I'm not going on camera.
So we've got to turn the engine up. Well, Conrad's got to turn the engine up because we can't get to the back ball. So we've got to turn it over 180 degrees and we can get to the ball.
You ready?
Yeah. Again. 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 More. 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 No, you need a more return, Conrad. You need more of a turn. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
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 It's because this isn't bolted.
Nice, thanks. It's coming towards you, isn't it?
That's rough.
Yeah. Okay. Get the impact on it. Right.
The hydraulic fluid, power steering fluid connection to the ram is different to the pump we put on, so we need to obviously get this one off and adjust it. The one on the pump on the bus now has come off nicely. This one's stuck. So it's on. Oh, hold on.
What's tight, isn't it?
Tight. Very tight.
And of course it's got to doubt, shouldn't it? There's no doubt it's down here. And it's warm. It weren't leaking from there though, were it?
It wasn't leaking from there, no.
We'll use this back.
So we're just pushing the dynamo back
Nice and slow. Alright, so.
into position with the coupling. Are we square enough? That is the question. We have test driven the bus.
Slide it forward again.
Again?
Let me take this out actually.
We have test driven the bus and the power steering is working a dream. It's actually better than it was before. So now we're just trying to push, there we go, the coupling on there so we can get the screws on.
So it might just be a little bit longer out there. Is that not moving? That's tight, isn't it?
Anyway, so we tightened up the bracket for the old dynamo. Cheers glide right for the torch. Going to spin it just so we can try and get to that last nut to tighten it. If Sam pushes the button, I'll give it a nudge.
No! Yeah. That's it. Hey, fire her up there.
Right, so what we're waiting for now is we know if it's working, if the red light in the cab goes off.
Has it been on for ages?
Yeah, because obviously the dynamo's off, so it's not working. So if you hold the button, Sam, and obviously Sam can turn it off if there's an issue. You just need to push the start button, Sam. The secret button. Right, let's have a look. So obviously the top one is air. This is the dynamo one we want to go off. You ready? Hey, dynamo off. Oh, where are we? Off. So perfect. It's running nice, but we've got an air leak. We're just inspecting. Sam's just seen it at the bottom underneath the alternator dynamo. There's a blow off valve and it's touching it, so it's just peeing out air. So I'm glad it's that and not a broken pipe, because that's another problem then. We need to undo this again now and then budge it round a little bit.
Maybe.
Oh, dear me, that's tight.
It's like it's come a little bit too far forward, but it can't go any further. It looked like it needs to come a bit further forward, didn't it?
Wants to push up a bit by the looks of it, doesn't it?
Wants to spin a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
It's got to sit between a fat vent then, on it.
Right, we're back with you in a minute. No air leak. Success. Oh. Yeah. A couple of things. Thank you to Carl. Subscribe to the channel. Works for Crouch Recovery. How we source the parts. There was a hull preservation group that helped us out with some parts as well. Thank you to everyone. There was also a gentleman, another subscriber, that sent us the brand new coupling, the blue one. I forgot your name, I'll put it in here. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you for Sam, let me use the unit here, and for his help fixing this. Right for the torch. Hopefully I can drive a bit easy now. I'm done. Tidy up, get sorted. I'm gonna get something to eat. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.